This is some information about our 9-note stainless steel single vibe drum. It comes in a variety of colors, and we change the colors from time to time, but right now this is our main color. This is the Stardust color. It's a color changing paint. Sparkles in the sun, changes from blue to purple. It's an environmentally safe paint. We use a powder coat paint, so there's no volatile organic compounds that you get with spray paint, so it doesn't contribute to greenhouse gases. And also there's no lead content in the paint, which you may have from certain spray paints depending on which country the drum comes from. This is our Stardust color. This is our elemental earth color. And the powder coat, we put on 2 layers of powder coat, and that way the drum is much more scratch resistant and more durable for the paint. And this is our fairly new copper sun color. It's more of a reddish copper color to it. And this is our natural drum. This is how they look before we paint them, so there's no coating on this at all. And this is how our drums look. I'm going to use the natural for the rest of this. So, all of our vibe drums are made from stainless steel. And the reason why we use stainless steel is because we don't have any problems with rust forming anywhere on the drum, especially on the inside where you can't see it. The other reason why we use stainless steel is because stainless steel doesn't have any traces of lead in it, and certain other low-carbon steels or old barbecue tanks may have a little bit to quite a bit of lead content in them, and we wanted to get away from that from an environmental standpoint. So also stainless steel is harder and has a higher tensile strength than low-carbon steel. So because of that, the drum is more durable, and also you get a much better note sustain on it and sound. Fingers too. So on our stainless, on the playing surface, we use a 13 gauge stainless steel, and we are the only manufacturers to use 13 gauge. And 13 gauge is thicker than everybody else is using. It's 2.25 millimeters thick. And the reason why we use 13 gauge is a couple reasons. One is we get a much longer sustain out of the note. The sound quality is better. And also the drum itself as a whole is much more durable. And also thinner steel drums can actually go out of tune for a while. And with the 13 gauge, the drum won't go out of tune. Between the stainless steel and the 13 gauge, we have no problems with tuning. When we tune all of our drums, we hand tune each and every one and sound test each one before we send it out. And we tune it to symphonic, or also known as concert tuning standards. So you know that the drum is in tune, and you know that we have checked it to make sure that there's no dead notes or any problems with the notes at all. So there's a good quality control check before we send out each and every drum. Now, when we look at these drums, no matter who's making them, we put 9 notes on this drum, and the reason, and not more, and the reason is we want to keep a good note spacing in between the drum. There's a whole like finger in here of note spacing. And the reason is if the notes get too close together, when you strike one note, it will activate the note next to it. And this will cause a certain amount of harmonic distortion. And if they get really close together and you're playing really fast, everything just starts interfering with each other and your drum won't sound very good. So we keep a good note spacing between all of our notes, which is really important. The other thing about our drums is you can tell that they're not made from an old propane tank because there's no hole in the bottom. We've got a nice, smooth, parabolic dish on the bottom. And that means that when you play the drum, it's not just for your ears, it's for your body as well. Because when you sit it on your lap and you play it with mallets or fingers, you not only hear it, but you feel it. The vibrations go right into your body. Because the parabolic dish focuses the energy of the drum right here in the middle. So you can actually like lay it on your body, on your stomach, on your chest, on your lower back, and play it. And not only will you hear it, but you'll feel it. You'll get kind of like a vibrational massage out of it. And we are using it, and several professionals are using it for exactly this, for a vibrational massage type treatment. Also, when you look at our drums on our stainless steel, look at the edges. We don't need to put a rope decoration around it because you can't even see where we join the two hemispheres, because the drums are welded together, and they're welded together perfectly with no irregularities at all in them. It's a nice smooth edge. So this is what we think makes our drum a little better and a little more special than some of these other drums, because we're using the 13 gauge stainless, and we get a good note sustain. We do a lot of quality control. The sound on the drums is beautiful. You can play with mallets. You can play with fingers. Vibedrums, single vibe drum, 11.5, 12 inches in diameter, about 3-4 inches thick, weighs maybe about 4 or 5 pounds. Easy to carry on. You can put it into your carry-on luggage. You can take it with you anywhere, and you know that you've got good sound quality and that the drum will stay in tune, not just when you get it, but for years and years to come. Thank you.